Good morning, loving good earth scientists. I wanted to welcome you to the last video for your 6th grade earth science year. What you're going to be doing is a lot of folding, cutting, and pasting for me so that you do that at home so that next week when you're in class, you'll have me here to help you with the science part and not worrying about the cutting and pasting. So we're going to walk through the steps to set up your brochure and that you'll have in class on Monday of next week. So everybody should have received a kind of large sheet of paper, looks like this, okay? What I need you to do is fold that paper in half. Okay, and then what you're going to do is fold the edges to that mark that you made in half, the half line, so that your paper now looks like this. Okay, so I folded my paper in half and then I opened it up and then I folded the sides in, okay, so that it looks like this. Alright, each of you also received a packet. Looks like this. Okay, so we're going to start with the first page of the packet. What you're going to need to do is cut out the entire diagram of the earth, and then you're going to cut it in half right down the line right here. So you're going to end up with 2 halves of the earth. Then you're also going to take this Venn diagram, you're just going to kind of cut out right around the edges of it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Alright? And then you're going to glue them onto your brochure. So it looks like this. Notice that I put the 2 halves of the earth, and then I've glued my Venn diagram at the bottom. You can also take a marker or a crayon and write geosphere across the top as I have done on mine. Next, if you'll open your packet up, you're going to see a page that looks like this. What we're going to worry about is the one over here. Okay, the types of rocks: igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. So you're going to want to cut out right around kind of just the edges of this little organizer. Okay, and then you're going to fold it in half and just follow the directions that are written right up at the top. Okay, when you are finished, you're going to glue it right down here at the bottom. Notice when I open it up, there it says igneous, sedimentary, metamorphic. Okay? And then if you'll cut, not like I did, but if you'll cut on these dotted lines, when you flip up igneous, you'll have all the information for igneous rock, and then sedimentary rock, and then metamorphic rock. Okay? So you just cut out that whole organizer, fold it in half, and then cut on the dotted lines, and then glue the middle piece down to your brochure. Okay, and it will look like this. Alright. Then we're going to turn actually to the very back page of your packet. This one's pretty easy to do. You've got 3 different pictures or diagrams, and you're just going to cut those out just right along the edges. Okay, and we're going to glue those on the very back of our brochure. Okay, so I've just cut them out and I've glued them on. And at the top I wrote processes of the geosphere. And that is also written on the top of the worksheet so you can see. So processes of the geosphere, and you've got 3 pictures glued on the back. Alright, then we're going to turn into our brochure, or into our packet. We'll go ahead to the astronomy page. We've got 2 pictures on the astronomy page, okay? And you're just going to cut the bottom one out, just cut right across the line there, okay? And on the astronomy solar system diagram, you're going to kind of cut out along the edges, just kind of follow the edges of the orbit. And when you open up your brochure, you're going to glue on your left side of the brochure, you're going to glue the moon phases and eclipses. So I just glued that middle piece down, and then I fold the 2 pieces over it. Okay, and then you're going to glue down the solar system, and it's going to not fit, so you just go ahead and fold it, and then when you open it up, you'll have the pieces that you need there. Okay. We go to the next page in our packet, and again, we're just really going to cut those out. Now on this one, make sure you cut those lines. We do need those lines, and then you can come in and cut all the way around, and we also need that little square there, and then come in and kind of cut around. Okay, and then at the bottom, you're just going to cut right around all of that organizer. Just cut right around the square, and then you're going to fold it in half. You'll glue this part down, okay, so that now the middle piece looks kind of like this. Okay, so there's our the earth that we cut out with the pieces at the top in the little box, and then down at the bottom is that organizer. Then you flip it up. If you want to, you can cut on those lines as well, so that way when you're flipping it up, you're only flipping up one piece at a time. Okay? Then we got to find that middle piece, and it's going to be on the next page. So you just cut out all that square, including this little section, okay? And you glue that right in the middle, okay? So you have the little middle piece all set up. All right, then we've just got one more page to look at, okay? And so you're going to need these two pieces. You're going to need your spring tide and your neap tide. You're going to need your little resource energy tree. And then you're also going to have to go back to the second page, and you're going to need your pledge. You're going to cut that pledge out, okay? And then you just glue those right into your brochure on the last page. Okay, so let me show you again the final product. Whoops. On the outside, we've written geosphere. We've got our Earth. We've got our Venn diagram. And then we have our types of rocks. When we open it up, okay, we've got our spring and neap tides, our conservation pledge, our energy resource tree, our model of the Earth under the ocean, and then our weather fronts, and then finally you have your moon phases and eclipses, and then your solar system. And then when we close it, on the back you've got your processes of the geosphere. Okay. Next week the students will be bringing home the checklist. And each day they'll be completing different parts, and check the blog. There will be things that they might have to do at home, so you want to make sure that you're following up on this. This is a wonderful project for all the students to have when they're done, and it really will show everything that you have learned in earth science this year. So if you'll get it cut, pasted, and glued together and bring it in with your name on it on Monday, we'll start working on it. Thank you and have a wonderful day.